Okay, hi there. Welcome to Inside Edge Physiotherapy. I'm Uzo Hill. I'm the founder of Inside Edge Physiotherapy. Okay, so essentially what I do is I create systems, essentially, so rehabilitation and conditioning systems, okay, for recreational climbers, okay, really to develop their physical robustness. The goal of it is really to stop them from getting injured, but I'm a physiotherapist and a strength coach, so if they do get injured, the goal then is to return them, okay, to a better state, okay, of physical robustness and fitness than prior to their injury. So essentially, you can enjoy your sport, achieve your goals, and also climb hard. Now, it's interesting because over the last few months, obviously, I've been thinking about some of my ideas, and I thought I'd put them on paper for you guys and just talk you through some of the issues, okay, around developing a injury prevention and a durability platform for recreational climbers. Now, essentially, from my perspective, because I've got a big background in strength training, I used to be in the Marines, so I used to be a commando. Okay, and to strength and conditioning is something that we did an awful lot of. Now, the first things first is, okay, growth strength. Okay, growth strength is really important because the bottom line is this really. Look, you can't outclimb a weak body. Yeah, okay. I'll say it again. You can't outclimb a weak body. Okay, and so there's numerous examples, okay, that I can see in my clinic where actually I'll see climbers that, yeah, you know, they're relatively strong when it comes to using the climbing specific muscles, but actually you test the rest of them and they're generally left wanting. Okay. My goal, I think, is, look, you know, you should be able to, okay, either squat, bench, or bend over row at least 100% of your body weight. Okay, now that might seem like that's quite hard, but actually 100% of your body weight. Just think for a moment. When you walk down the stairs, 3 times your body weight is going through your knees. When you run, it's about 7 to 8 times. So imagine what it's like when you're doing a rock over, yeah, in a particularly hard move. So 100% of your body weight should be able to squat, ideally. Okay, moving on. Obviously, movement efficiency is obviously key. Now, I'm not going to harp on too much about movement efficiency because, you know, for obvious reasons, that's not really the idea of this presentation, but it's important. You know, footwork and technical ability, yes, it has its place. So, as we move on, 360-degree core strength. That's quite an important idea. Now, why is that an idea? Okay, and why is that important? First things first, look, you know, there's a lot of nonsense and rubbish talked about in terms of core stability and what is core stability and so on. And, you know, and you'll see climbers, okay, you know, messing around with core stability, doing long levers and various different pieces. Right, scrap that, okay? That's all about force generation. What I'm talking about is actual control, okay? And being able to control your body in various different directions. So the first thing, you've got to have good anterior control. Okay, you've got to have good lateral control, rotational control, and also posterior control. Okay, there's other videos where I'll talk more about what this actually means and actually how you do it. Okay, once you're able to control your body segments, okay, because that's what it is essentially, your pelvis and your core. Once you can control that, okay, at that point, it's then time to start thinking about force generation and body tension. Okay, by virtue of the fact that you can control all these different domains here, okay, body tension and force generation will come anyway. So that's 360 degrees of core strength, okay? That's the entire direction, all of it, okay? The next thing you need to think about, or what I like to call, is postural smartness, okay? And what I mean by that is really motor control. It's all good and well having a strong muscle, but muscles have to be smart. And in regards to having a smart muscle, I'm talking about, okay, the rotator cuff group of the shoulders and also the axial scapular muscles that help to support and position that scapula as a platform. Okay, I'm talking around the elbow joint. Yeah, I'm also talking about the pelvis. Okay, so those lateral stabilizers, okay, around the pelvis. Okay, ideally what we should be looking for is about a 1-to-1 ratio. Okay, now there's a lot of controversy within the research about ratios, okay, between muscle strength on one side of the joint and muscle strength on the other side of the joint. Let's just cut through that. The bottom line is, okay, as soon as that ratio starts to go out of whack, you're going to cause yourself problems. So balanced antagonistic training is absolutely critical for your durability. Okay, the next thing, okay, we have to talk about, okay, and we have to touch on, okay, it's mobility. Mobility is really, really important. Okay, you know, and what we're talking about is actually it's all about dealing with those key muscle groups that tend to become tight and overactive. Okay, which then take an effect on joint mobility. Yeah, okay, and can cause you to have compensations elsewhere throughout your kinetic chain. So in the upper body, we're talking about the lats, we're talking about the pecs, we're talking about teres major, okay, and the upper cross syndrome, which is classic for climbers, okay, that hunched over gorilla-like posture. It ain't cool, and it definitely doesn't help your performance, okay, and you'll probably get injured as a consequence. For the lower body, we're talking about the hip flexors, the quads, okay, and the calves, okay, all important muscle groups, okay, for the things that you do in climbing. Okay, then we come on to tactical metabolic conditioning. Now, so essentially that is the piece to resistance. That's the bit that comes at the end. Okay, and this is where I think we go wrong in climbing. Okay, because we like to cover, okay, tactical, or what I would call tactical metabolic training first. So there's your finger balls, there's your campus balls, there's your system balls, there's your 4x4s. You'll see climbers on those things, doing those things, and yes, you get strong. Of course you do. Okay, but you also get injured as well. It doesn't make you durable. Yeah, okay, it doesn't make you able to withstand wear and tear. And what we know about durability, and what we know about starting with strength first, is that okay, resistance training, okay, if you use resistance training, then it helps you to resist neuromuscular fatigue. Okay, if that helps to reduce neuromuscular fatigue, okay, then there's going to be some help in terms of your movement efficiency, because we know that strength training, what it does, it improves your coordination, okay, your intermuscular, okay, and intramuscular coordination and neuromuscular control. It also increases stiffness and that elasticity, okay, within the musculotendinous unit, okay, so it actually helps your endurance as well from that perspective, okay, because it gives you something back in the tank, okay, and in general, we know that actually being strong and being physically robust, okay, is generally protective. It has a general protective effect, okay, because if you're stronger, then you are able, okay, to resist, okay, the stresses associated with climbing. So I'm going to wrap it up there. I hope that gives you an idea of where I'm coming from, okay, in terms of making climbers physically robust. Okay, we have to change our thinking. We have to change our thinking away from just doing climbing is enough. Okay, in no other sport, in no other professional sport, okay, and really in no other amateur sport apart from maybe I don't know, table tennis, okay, do you have a situation where all you do is you do your sport. Okay, there are no other sports where you have to hang from your fingers and you have to hang with your own body weight. Okay, you've got to make yourself robust. You can't just climb, and it can't just be climbing specific. Okay, it's about making the entire organism physically robust and resilient. Okay, bye for now. Look out for the next video. See you later. Bye.